Hello everybody, my name is Zach from ZS Entertainment, and on today's video we have something very special for you. Honestly, it's something we've never really done before. A couple months back I was on a voice call with some friends, and it got late, and Mr. Michael decided to go ahead and pay somebody on Fiverr to write a fan fiction with suggestions from us. And then we forced some friends to do a blind reading for you guys. That's right, they had no idea what they were getting into. They regretted it.
Alright, I want to introduce myself. I am a part-time voice actor. You can find me streaming various games on Twitch at Nersta_games.
Oh, I see the first word. I already don't want to read it.
Michael's contacted these people and paid them accordingly. So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Let us commence the reading of the fan fiction.
Alright. Dream felt more than a little bit of fuck, I can't. Dream felt more than a little bit apprehensive when he heard a knock on his door. Drista has texted him a lot for the last hour since the party started, asking if he was sure he didn't want to go upstairs for a little bit, meet their friends and grab a bite or a drink. But honestly, Dream felt more like having a quiet night in his room.
Or so he thought. He wasn't surprised at all to see Twilight standing outside his room, on the other side of the door. He must have known that his friend would send her to drag him up to the party just because he was almost no chance that he could ever deny her something. It was enough for her to give him that cute look, bat her eyelashes, and pout her rosy lips, and he would say yes immediately.
Not that she would try to use her charms to convince him or anything, but she didn't even have to. All she had to do was stand there and call his name in her sweet voice. No, he actually expected that she'd appear at some point of the night. What he wasn't expecting was to see her dressed in the way she was. Of course he knew it was a costume party, but he had never seen Twilight wearing that kind of clothes.
She was dressed like a witch, but it must have been the hot version, because he could see her bra and lacy black panties underneath the transparent silk robe of the same color. She had a hat on over her purple and pink hair that fell to her lower back. She was wearing red lipstick that made her lips look even sexier, and Dream could swear her eyes looked so much darker even through the glasses. Okay, we definitely know where this is going.
She ran the tip She ran the tip of her tongue over her bottom lip and shot him an adorable little shrug and smiled at him. Too old to party? He couldn't help but smile right back at her. He wasn't wearing his mask, but it actually didn't matter. Twilight already knew his face, and actually, more than that, he shook his head. No. Wait, were you actually going to wear these clothes down there?
Dream, she giggled, finally taking some steps to get close to him and softly hit his arm. Of course not, you silly. I was wearing a skirt and a blouse under my robe. He took the chance to grab her wrist and hold them between his hands. The moment he slightly and gently pulled of the grip, the robe slipped a little off Twilight's shoulder.
Her smooth skin was shining under the moonlight that entered the windows of Dream's room. I'm wearing it just for you, she whispered in his ear, standing on her tiptoes. Fuck. A growl escaped Dream's throat. He put his left arm around her waist and relished the soft sound of delight she let out as he pulled her closer to his chest.
Soon Twilight's arms and legs were wrapped around him, holding him tight, and he kicked the door closed with his right foot. Yeah, we all knew this was coming. "Well, you look so damn beautiful," he told her in a whisper, brushing her hair from her shoulder and sucking at the curves of her neck. Twilight whispered and dug her nails into his arm. He knew that she liked it so much. He had come to know her, know everything that made her feel good. Apparently you do know her very well.
So, he repeated his actions, sucking on her skin again, but this time harder, licking her soft skin. Beautiful and so sexy. He assured her, walking toward the bed, gently laying the girl in the middle of the mattress, holding his own weight with one hand as he positioned himself over her.
Her purple and pink hair fell out against the bed sheets, and with a smooth move of his fingers, her robe opened and her perfect figure got exposed for him, and just him. A smirk appeared on his face, that sexy, boyish smile of his. Man, I might have to start watching Dream. I've been missing something.
So all of this? I mean, is that part of your plan to make me go downstairs? She giggled and shrugged in that fake innocent way she used to do sometimes. I'm pretty sure that this wasn't part of their plans, and they asked me to convince you. She jokingly told him, slipping her hands under his shirt and rubbing her nails over his abs and up his chest. But who cares? I won't tell them. Will you?
Laughing this time, he shook his head and leaned down to kiss her sweet lips. "No, I didn't think I will. I'd rather just keep you here in my bed all to myself," he whispered against her mouth, gently her lower lip. That just doesn't read well.
You could. I'm not complaining. A smile formed in her lips and she kissed him again, short and sweet. But if after we spent some time together here, you still refuse to party with me and the guys, well, you won't get to see the costume I actually picked out. She pouted. Her voice was breathy, whisper against her. Her voice was a breathy whisper against his lips, and he felt her fingers slide down until they reached the waistband of his sweatpants. You decide. I'm just saying I'll happily let you take that off me too.
He looked at her with her arched eyebrow. "Are you sure about that?" Twilight laughed softly. And before he was aware of what was happening, she pushed him over and onto his back, straddling his lap and gently leaning over him, holding him in place against the mattress. Her long hair fell over all around his head as she pressed her chest to his. Fuck, he loved it.
The brush of her silky skin. The brush of her silky skin against his. Only lacy lingerie coming between them. Lingerie that he was dying to take off her. And he soon would. She nipped his left earlobe and sucked it gently, lightly, only to whisper a second later,
"I'm not going to spoil anything. Just reminding you that I know how much you love me in purple." Interesting. I never watched Dream, so that was something.
I fucking hate myself. I'm just like, what? I thought this was supposed to be cringe. Why does it sound like a real fanfic? And why am I reading a Dream fanfic?